guys, the action plan on this house is that I'm gonna rent it out or do some kind of owner financing on the property. You know, I got into this house with the subject to. I paid my student $1,000. The payments were current on this property, and so I'm just going to do an owner financing or just rent the property out. With the owner financing, I'm probably going to be asking anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. I got into it for $1,000, paid the seller's closing cost, and then also paid for her to move. And of course, I paid my student $1,000 for bringing the deal to me. Normally, I don't buy these duplexes, but just to help my student out, I did this deal for her. There was a lot of fudge factors involved in this deal. For example, there was a loan that wasn't disclosed that we found out down the line. There was a shortage in the escrow that kind of bumped the monthly payments up from $540 to like $800. But those things are going to be tweaked out, you know, and that's just the cost of doing business. Okay, so once I get my crew in here to do the updates, what I think I'm doing with this house is, you know, the problem with it is that it's end of the summer and most people have already moved, so I don't want to put a whole lot of money into the property and then just rent it out. So what I'm going to do is just the entry-level quick rehab and see if I can find a buyer for it, you know, with $15,000 down or $10,000 down. And if I can, then I'll do that. But if I can't, then I'm going to rent the property out, wait around till the contract is over pretty much next year, and then try to sell it next year in the beginning of summer and actually redo the floors, repaint, change a lot of the ceiling fans and upgrade them. Just the little small stuff, okay, that make the house look nicer, a nicer front door, all the little nice fixtures, you know, all the lights, you know, these lights right here. Instead of going with these little cheap lights from Walmart, I'll go ahead and get nicer lights in here. And those are these little things that I'll spend a lot of money on and make it look real nice. Because this house is not like a real rehab. It's basically a cosmetic rehab, and I'm trying to upsell it. And so, you know, the floors, I'll go ahead and put these hardwood vinyls that look really beautiful. And what I've done with that is I bought pallets and pallets of them at one time, spent thousands of dollars, but I was able to negotiate a very good deal. And just stock up on this stuff, okay? Normally the stuff that I bought was Armstrong. They sell for $1.20. I bought it for, if I'm not mistaken, 29 cents or 32 cents, somewhere around there. And I bought pallets and pallets of it. And most of my rental properties, I use the same exact flooring, okay? So the exit strategy is that I'm going to try to owner finance it, but since this is the end of the summer, I'm going to do a light rehab and see if I can find a buyer. If I can, I'm going to instantly rent it. And then when the contract's over with the renter, what I'm going to do is do more of a work to the property and then try to owner finance it, because I don't want to put a whole lot of money into it and then end up renting it to, you know, people that are going to tear my property up. Okay? And it's not tear it up tremendously, but just not respected as somebody that's going to buy the property and have skin in the game, to have $10,000, $15,000 in the property. All right, guys, stay tuned. Once I rehab it, I'll give you an update.